Hi, beautiful souls. This is Linny from Linny's Brilliant Sparkling Light. And this is on Facebook, but I'll probably post it to YouTube as well. And I was just inspired to come on live today, thanks to this beautiful soul sister. And I know I might say her name wrong because every time I spell it, it doesn't connect to how you say it, I don't think, in my brain. But Siobhan, hopefully I said your name right, and she's doing the Course in Miracles, and maybe I can put a link into her videos. But every day I'm doing the Course in Miracles, and today the lesson is about love. I wrote down a few notes so I wouldn't forget because I get a little nervous still, but I know I'll get more and more confident as time goes on. But the guidance was to just come on as my authentic self, nerves and flubs and mistakes and giggles and everything. Just, we're all human. So the Course in Miracles lesson today we're reviewing, and it's lesson 103 and 104, is God or Source being love is also happiness. Yeah, and the second part is I seek what belongs to me in truth. So the truth is we're all meant to be happy, and that love is the truth of all that there is. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I'm wondering, are you feeling at times anxious or fearful, or maybe you're really happy, but however you're feeling, like our feelings just want to be felt. The whole spectrum is great, and not to judge and take ourselves out. It's so easy when you start to feel bad or yucky or whatever word you use, to start not only just that bad feeling, but to judge ourselves. And so I wanted to do this video also to say what's been coming to me from all different people and angles, like synchronicities and signs, that we're all meant to really share what inspires us, and especially in these unique times, to share our gifts and talents, but to also share what we're listening to, what uplifts us. And, I'm always trying to do that. I love to listen to Abraham Hicks, and Alan Cohen is doing his daily dose of sanity, and he always incorporates Course in Miracles lessons as well, because he's been studying it for like 30 years. He used to be on Hay House, and now he's on Unity Radio. But there's all sorts of great uplifting people. Dr. Bruce Lipton, Dr. Joe Dispenza, whoever you're drawn to listen to. There's so many great teachers. One of my teachers, Denise Lynn, is often popping on to inspire and give guidance or tips of keeping your energy balanced and in the flow and feeling good. So I also wanted to share that last night late, I heard this message from, and actually I did pull us a card today from Rosy Aronson, The Wisdom Keepers, and I got this message that Rosy shared. So we're going to be using The Wisdom Keepers, the 64 Faces of Awakening, and this is her beautiful card deck, and I'll show you who we got, what beautiful Wisdom Keeper, in a moment. But she shared a message from this woman who is a spiritual leader in the Andes, but she's in Los Angeles. And it's funny, I went back to re-listen to it this morning, but it was so inspiring. It was about, because these people that lived in the Andes, that they've been nourished by the mountains and the waterfalls and Mother Earth, and they've had all this abundance and this peace and everything, that a lot of them are led to be in different places right now, like she's in Los Angeles. And she wondered why, and she got this downloaded message about how they're the light keepers. They're these anchors for us all, because what's going on is only temporary, and to shine our light. But that's also something I've been contemplating also, because so many of us, like I have many friends who aren't in the place where necessarily they live the longest or that they grew up. They were inspired to move to these different places. Like I'm in Port Townsend, Washington. And so I've been contemplating that thought about, why are we in all these different places? And maybe we're meant to be the light keepers. We're holding space. We're helping to be a grounding energy for everyone, which maybe if you're inspired to watch this, maybe that message speaks to you as well. And so, I wanted to make sure that I say that I do these videos as much for myself as I hope they're beneficial for you, but I'm grounding this guidance that I'm getting that's coming through about who we all are, and to share our gifts and to share our talents. So today the wisdom keeper that came forward was 17, farsightedness. He's just gorgeous, and there's so much symbolism. And if on Facebook, I talk about Rosy's deck all the time, but when I post this to YouTube, maybe you haven't discovered Rosy Aronson's beautiful wisdom keepers that are in alignment with the gene keys. And they're also parallel to human design, a modality that shows you a blueprint about how you're wired. Anyways, I wanted to read us this message, which is so in alignment with what's been coming to me today. So I'm just going to read you the gift and not the whole story to keep this a little shorter. But I know we'll read the whole story at another time. And if you want to read it, you can buy even the Wisdom Keeper's Inner Guidebook. There's a bigger version where you can buy just the guidebook if you're not necessarily wanting the oracle, beautiful oracle cards. So I am here to remind you that nothing, no opinion, theory, dogma, or belief, and a belief is just a thought we keep thinking, is more important than love. And doesn't that tie in to our message today from the Course in Miracles, and just for everyone that we all can benefit from? This is a time of awakening where we want to drop into our heart center. And our heart center actually has, I was watching this video based on science, that our heart has, I probably won't speak about it quite accurately because I'm not scientific, but it has those, is it neurotransmitters that are in our brain? They're actually in the heart. So, but if you know more, maybe you can correct me underneath about what that was they found. I think it was in a video by Greg Braden. So love. So what I want to say is we stabilize ourselves as we start to drop into our heart, that our heart has an intelligence. So like today coming live, it's actually early-ish here in Port Townsend, and I stay up late and I didn't get up that early. And the logical mind says, go do all those things, like go eat breakfast, go take a shower, go do everything first. And when the timing, when you think it's perfect, like you are perfect, like we're ever going to be perfect, right? Then do the video, and then time will spiral and maybe I won't post the video. So today I just took that inspiration to do it now, and it's always now, right? So let me say that again. So nothing, no opinion, theory, dogma, or belief is more important than love. The only way to liberate yourself from the unhealthy grip of an opinionated life is to develop a sense of humor. Oh, and I want to pause here. The gift of this farsightedness, the gift is farsightedness, and the opinion, or the shadow, is opinion. When we have all those opinions, and I'd say maybe, it's like opinions, criticism, that negative self-talk in our mind. So the only way to liberate yourself from the unhealthy grip of an opinionated life is to develop a sense of humor. True farsightedness requires that you don't take yourself too seriously, or what anyone says too personally. And that's so funny because last night, part of the reason I stayed up late is I wanted to watch some funny videos to really shift my energy before going to sleep. And I found this hysterical interview with Conan O'Brien and Russell Brand, I think it was, but it was just hilarious. And I just laughed and laughed and laughed. So that's what the message is here. Laugh more. It's not about shutting down your brilliant mind or ignoring the patterns that you see or giving up on improving the world. Yeah, we're not giving up on improving the world when we drop into love, but it is about being able and willing to see and feel every aspect of the whole simultaneously. Right. And, really the world is perfect, whole, and complete and getting better. And, we're perfect, whole, and complete. And we're in this human experiencing, learning and growing and expanding. So have all the opinions you want, but remember, you're not your opinions. You are much more. You're a scientist of the heart. I love that. Here to contribute your part to the future of humanity by seeing the small and the big picture all at once. So I want to invite us all, when we're feeling maybe sad or anxious or lonely or mad, take a breath or two. Let yourself feel how you feel. And there's a few things you might do. First, if you're one of those people doing this work, you might ask, if you're very sensitive and open, you might ask, is this mine? And often when I do that, if I remember to do that, sometimes I forget, I hear a no, like a really loud sounding, it's not a voice, but it's just like, maybe it's vibration that I translate into no. And then things brighten up and I relax and I breathe deeper. And if it is yours, well, great too. That's a great treasure because, I put a comment on Siobhan's, and I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, video about, sometimes when we're feeling whatever we're feeling, it's coming up for us to recognize and distinguish it, because if we're going on a journey and we don't know we're sad, then how can we get to happy or ecstatic or wherever we're going, like, that Abraham Hicks old one about going from Phoenix to what did they say? Phoenix to, I forget what it was, but they get stuck in the middle and if they don't know where they are, then their GPS can't give them the directions. So great when hey, I'm mad. Let me move that energy. Let me write about it and rip it up, or let me take a walk and move it, or let me tap into what I'm mad about. Maybe dance that energy, or, put it into your art, or, you might even want to, I know one of my beautiful mentors, teachers and fellow soul sisters, Ina Lucas, she would suggest, taking a cardboard box with a screwdriver and, punching holes to move that energy, because feelings just want to be felt. They're not good or bad or right or wrong. And I guess the pitfall is if we judge, hey, we recognize what we're feeling, great, but then we judge it. That's the pitfall. We don't want to judge how we're feeling. So let's see if there's anything more I wanted to say. And thank you whenever you're watching. I just wanted to come on to share our Wisdom Keeper card, Farsightedness, with the gift, of tapping into love and tapping into laughter and not taking ourselves so seriously. Don't take things so personally. And I'm tying that together with the Course in Miracles lessons for today, which is God or Source, or the dude, as Pam Grout says, being love is also happiness. And I seek what belongs to me in truth. So today, maybe you can share what inspires you or what works for you, or, even just being kind and generous to yourself is sharing your gifts. Because when you're being kind and gentle and compassionate and generous with yourself, you're shifting the whole world and the whole universe. So I think that's it for now, and lots of love. And again, if you want a card pulled for you, post a comment below. I'll probably post this to YouTube, which is the same name, Linny's Brilliant Sparkling Light, but it's really new, so I don't have a about me video up or anything. But I really appreciate everyone now and in the future, and I hope you have just a beautiful, loving, compassionate, kind day. And until next time, ciao.